actually, is it like fair to say that Tuchel can't win a league? Like he's a because obviously we're going to break this down in many ways. Because I just the first thought that came to my mind, and I said this even before the season started, Tuchel is a really good cup manager. For a cup and so forth, he's a really good cup manager. But in terms of a league and the kind of management and coaching you need and the kind of consistency you need for a league, I don't think he's the right guy. So I just thought that was us. So let me just general thoughts and then I'll throw it to everyone. It's going to catch up to you when you don't have a clear identity of how you want your team to play.
Mm-hmm.
Vibes can only take you so far. And specifically, see, for a cup competition, 7-8 games, you can develop like a particular tactic or particular in-game things to make it say what's up for the 7 games. 38 games, that's a marathon. And for that, again, you have to just look at Pep as an example. You have to have a very clear rinse and repeat, repetitive go-to identity that you can go into that can win you a plethora of those games. If you don't have that, you'll come undone. Havertz is lost. I still think that Mount in an attacking position isn't his best position. His best position is in midfield. Why you're playing Konongalak in midfield, I have no idea. Jorginho is washed. He's past it. He shouldn't be in that midfield. A midfield of Jorginho and Gallagher, you're mad. Why you have arguably one of the best right backs in the Premier League and a right back who Real Madrid wants? Why the hell did you play him at right back? Why are you playing RLC out there? If Tuchel doesn't switch, if this is the game to make Tuchel switch from this to either a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-2-2, I don't know what it is, because the whole point of a back three is, hey, we can hardly concede. You just got touched by Trump 3 times. You got touched by Trump 3 times in your back three. So if this isn't the game in which you said, you know what, let's just forego that whole 3, let's go through, then I don't know what is. I don't know what is, man. You see, this is similar to what I said about Liverpool. The league is done. Like, the league is done. Like, there is nothing to be, like, this isn't about, oh, well, there's only a few games.
Relax.
Wait, who said relax?
Why you say relax?
Aaron,
What do you mean by relax, man?
Oh, so Salawa, you still think that Chelsea can win the league?
I believe that.
You believe what?
If we,
what?
as Liverpool and Chelsea, sort out our midfield issues, we can say what's up.
Then no. Then what? You saw the midfielder there. Then what? Then what?
This season, bro.
It's about rotation. That's the issue right now. Kante
For me,
has
I don't
the
know
weight
how you
of
have
Chelsea
this much
on
faith
his
after this
shoulders.
performance.
Chelsea, Kante and Thiago Alcantara have the weight of their clubs on their shoulders, and it's not right. Things need to change. Our managers need to accept you cannot front run your way.
So no, okay. So real quick, because I want to come to all the guys, but so just so I understand here. So, what do Chelsea need to do in this window to say yes, they can now realistically challenge that freak of nature known as Pep for the league title?
Chelsea.
Let's talk real now.
I never wanted to speak about another manager's tactics, but I agree with you, HH. 4-3-3. 4-3-3.
Or 4-2-2-2. I mean, I think that is what he's most comfortable with. 4-2-2. But the main thing is you got sniped. You got Lara Crofted 3 times. Could have been 4 or 5 times in this whole famous back three. So let's get this back 3 crap out of it, because it obviously doesn't work. It's the defense security is out.
But do we have the personnel?
My final point is that Klopp, for me, has accepted that he's exposed himself that Trent is the system. You see the way he's shouting at Trent this season. He never used to do that. He's accepted that this is my ace card. Trent is my system. Tuchel needs to accept Reece is your system. Stop trying to pretend you have 2 ace cards. You don't. Reece is your system. End of story. It's obvious. The rest of Europe can see it. You don't have another guy like him.
Daniel, help me, man.
What do you want to know? I'm low key buzzing, but I'm sick. I'm sick. Like, this is kind of good for all the things that I've said. So I'm kind of happy, but I'm sick, obviously. So ask me a question. Is this because there's so many questions to ask? Okay, so is
Is it as simple as a formation change, or is the problem deeper than a formation change?
Deeper.
It's
way deeper.
It's way deeper.
Way
It's way
deeper.
deeper. Now, I think a formation change could help the issue, but at what cost? So the issue that Chelsea have, there are multiple issues that this game has exposed. The first is the defense isn't as solid as we thought it was. So all this, Tuchel's created a solid team, and you have the base to where you won't concede. Leeds have kind of put that to the test, especially if you pressure Chelsea in the way that Leeds were doing in the first half. In the second half, they had the 2-0 lead, so they didn't really need to pressure in the same way. But the intensity with which they pressed in that first half was crazy. I don't know how many teams in the Premier League are going to do that, but that's at least one blueprint of how you can choke Chelsea. The way that Marsh celebrated when Mendy coughed up the goal, you could tell that's something that they pinpointed in the week, that if we pressure Mendy, he could cough it up, and he's shown that he's capable of doing that in Real Madrid, other games. So, and Gallagher, I think he got kind of hung out to dry in that way as well. He's coming into a game that you're not playing against Burnley, who are just going to put lines behind the ball.
No, Daniel, let's talk real.
Daniel,
Daniel, let's talk real.
Leeds are going to press you and harass you.
But Daniel, let's talk real.
They're going to make you choke, and he choked.
Conor Gallagher isn't good enough to start for this team.
He's not a six though. He's not a six though.
But
Zero
okay,
technique,
like
man.
I'm getting somewhere. So the defense isn't as solid as we once thought, and blueprints are being laid for other teams of how Chelsea can be exposed. So that's its own issue. Where I've noticed the issue since Tuchel's arrived is chance creation.
This is the thing I've been talking about.
In order to make up for the defensive deficiencies that were quite pronounced under Lampard, he switched to a back five. He might call it a back three. Some might call it a back three, or whatever the case may be. I call it a back five. If I see wing backs, it's five at the back. And to his credit, he got Chelsea into the top four. He got Champions League, obviously. So that worked to an extent. That you fixed the defensive problems, which is, kudos, chapeau, as they say. But at what cost? So you've lost the kind of forward thrust. And a lot of attackers have essentially been drowned by not having just players around them, whether it's, don't get triggered by the names, but whether it's Pulisic, Ziyech, Havertz, Werner, Lukaku, Mount to an extent, but Mount kind of is the attacking system. So it makes sense that he looks good in that way because the ball always goes through him. And ever so recently, I think Sterling is being drowned by the system because there aren't enough creative players around him to help. I think in the second half where he had more players around him, like Gallagher, Loftus-Cheek, Havertz, he looked a bit better. And to be fair, there was a chance or two in the first half where he dribbled, and he probably should have scored within the first minute.
Wait, who Mounts?
Sterling. So
yeah, it was all right, man.
The issue is chance creation. But in order to create more chances, what does that do to your defense?
No, okay. Question.
Yeah.
Is Tuchel the right man?
What's the objective?
Let's talk real. The objective is
to
win the league. The objective is to win the league.
No.
When was the last league he won that wasn't in France?
He hasn't.
Well, there you go.
They're giving him a new contract, so.
Ralph, talk about your club, man.
It's your club. I support Real Madrid.
Ralph, I said talk about your club. Why is your club messing around? Talk about your club, bro. I'm giving you a platform to talk about your club.
Look, at the end of the day, yeah, I saw this coming. We don't have any creators.
Ralph called it.
This is Tuchel's window. So we have to this season. This is all on Tuchel. I am tired. Every game last season, I blamed the attackers. If he targets Aubameyang next, I want him out. I don't want any more coaches. I want dribblers.
Okay. So Ralph, speaking on that, see now, this name is going to trigger a lot of people right there. It will trigger a lot of people. So warning, don't be triggered. Warning. How bad was Lukaku really?
He wasn't.
I said this at the time, HH. Remember?
How bad was Lukaku? Streets. How bad was Lukaku?
No,
Because if Daniel's right and we said it is chance creation, these guys just don't know how to pass the ball forward. They don't know how to how to look up and play the risky pass to thread the eye of a needle. If that's the case, Lukaku, shoulder some blame. Did he deserve all that abuse if he's not receiving any forward balls?
Our fans are the problem as well. They expect all our attackers to score from like one chance per game. Like, how is that sustainable? Like Lukaku last season, he was scoring he had 5 chances in 5 games in a row, and for me, it was almost just unsustainable. It was just a mess, man. We need a dribbler desperately in the attack. Desperately, we need
to. No, Ralph, wrong club. This fan base are against dribblers, so I think you're on the wrong thing.
No. But HH, I've noticed something. This fan base are very anti-technically gifted players.
Ralph, why do I call myself? Hold on, Ralph. Why do I call myself the complicated Chelsea fan? Ralph, don't you dare lump me in with those masses, bro. Because I realize I'm a Ronin. I'm a lone cowboy because, bro, how I view football isn't the same way as how most of these knuckleheads view football. But there we go.
Let me do the comparison with Arteta. Arteta's identified, even though he's been a brick, but he's identified that in this league, you need technically gifted players all around the pitch, every part of the pitch. That Ramsdale guy, he may not be that good, but he's very, very good with his feet. All his defenders, Saliba, Ben White, and who's the other guy? Gabriel. They're all good with their feet. The midfield, they got Xhaka. Number 5, I can't say his name for obvious reason. Who's the other guy? Who's the other midfield? Who's the other
Odegaard.
Bro, so again, Ford, don't be triggered. Ford, don't be triggered. Ford, don't take the bait. I will give you the platform. Ralph, in a heartbeat, I will trade Odegaard for Mount. In a heartbeat. No,
but this is where I get onto Mount because I don't blame him. I feel like
I do not.
Because
no. Because one thing is that Mount, because Ford said this in the space at halftime on Twitter. When Mount is in midfield, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is it. No, just when he's in that midfield, he's like, oh my gosh, this is what comes natural to him. But do not put him in the attacking area. It requires something different.
But HH, this is the thing. I can't blame any of them anymore. I'm done. Like, even Werner, man. I might take back the things I said because
Ralph, no. You see, Ralph, I was with you, but Ralph, if you're missing in 1-1 and open goals, Ralph, Ralph, you got a little bit too overexcited. Let's just take it back one more. Let's put Fred to one side. So there you go.
That's a yellow.
You went too far with that one.
How is every attacker failing, bro? Like, how is every Ziyech,
they all can't be bad. Like,
this is what I said.
Every one of them could all be bad at the same time.
And we're forgetting about Hudson-Odoi as well. He's another one, bro. In fact, he helps us a lot. He's the only creator we have in our team.
Okay, so I'm gonna go around. So Eminence, talk to me, bro.
You know what? I'm not even surprised. Like, for me, we need a DM, and I've been saying this. We need a DM because. But look at.
Please tell me you're not telling me.
Let me finish. Kante is obviously not a DM, but look, Kante and Kovacic are missing now, and our midfield looks like that midfield was non-existent today. Gallagher was awful. Jorginho awful. Nothing wasn't that midfield was getting bypassed so easily. And that's probably Mendy. I don't blame Mendy. Obviously, he made a mistake for the goal, but Mendy, if the midfield isn't good enough, you're gonna panic. So he should have cleared the ball, but I don't really blame him for the game in general. So for me, a DM is what we need, and I think a creative midfield as well, because we had zero. Chelsea created 0 big chances today. 0. We didn't create one big chance.
Even last game. How many big chances did we create?
We didn't create one big chance.
Oh my gosh. Now we're not getting to scary territory. We're getting to very scary territory. How well did Chelsea really play against Tottenham?
We didn't play well because
we didn't play well, Richard.
Think about it. we create. You remember that James cross towards Havertz? Havertz should have scored, but that was the only chance I really think that was clear cut. And then Sterling had to,
Havertz one, yeah.
And then Sterling had to dribble past players, and then there was a good save from Lloris where Havertz shot, and then it went to the corner, and then
Loftus-Cheek had one where he dribbled
the
through
Loftus-Cheek
and
one
then it
where
went to Sterling, and Sterling had a shot.
That was it.
It wasn't
he missed it. Yeah.
It wasn't a big
So,
chance.
no, because I'm just building like a dossier on Tuchel. So in his first 3 games, Chelsea haven't actually really played well offensively.
Hitchett, we've been shocking. Like, I'm telling you, if you put Aubameyang in this team, he's gonna struggle.
Yeah, he's gonna struggle.
Put Lewandowski is gonna struggle. Put Kane, any striker you put in this team is gonna struggle. I'm telling you, because there's no creativity in this team, and there's how they're gonna score if you don't get the chances. Like, you can't score, man. You just can't score.
Okay, let me bring in Saliwa, Cobham, and Ford will anchor it. Saliwa, talk to me.
You're on mute, bro.
So you're on mute. Okay,
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All I want to quickly summarize, because I've been thinking about it a long time. I'm not like a coach or anything, so you don't want to sound like a fake expert. But I feel at each team, especially after a few months, 6 months, whatever, you become an image of your manager's mind and your manager's personality, and also what your manager can deal with. I don't feel Thomas Tuchel has the confidence in himself and his image and his brand to basically let his defenders defend one-on-one. I don't know if he has some kind of weird defensive allegations that he's had in Dortmund or PSG that may follow him. I have no idea, because for me, it's about what are your key performance indicators when your manager sends you out there. Does he blame you for getting shots off, for letting someone basically, like, look at Trent? Klopp doesn't shout at him for defensive shit, but he shouts at him if he doesn't continue to cross the ball, and everything's to do with attacking. I don't feel at Chelsea Football Club Thomas Tuchel sends the players out to attack. Even in your training, are you doing rondos, small size games? I don't feel he shouts if there's attacking problems. I feel he gets angry if there's defensive problems, and that is kind of fucked up.
Oh no, see, that's easy. Kids are listening. So, but my thing is that this is right. But I always say that whenever I look at a team that have attacking issues, Chelsea, I say, okay, what are you doing in training?
You don't flood the box.
They're playing basketball.
They're playing basketball. Because my thing is that whenever you look at Pep or the Arteta thing, you see triangles. You see what's it called, rondo. You see one touch. You see, okay, 3-on-3, build around and form into triangles. I don't think Chelsea, because when I look at this team, these guys don't look like if they know each other. So I don't see whether these people have trained triangles, one touch, or rondo for football in training, bro.
No, they do.
Basketball, tennis.
You actually have defensive patterns. Obviously not in this game, but I've seen clear defensive patterns compared to Lampard especially. But your attacking patterns, under Lampard, you were flooding the box. People were making third-man runs. Pulisic was having chance after chance. Miss, no problem. Lampard is clapping. Now, if someone misses for Chelsea, you get that death.
They get death threats, bro.
It's like, oh my God, you missed.
Like Lukaku last season, bro, he must have received racist abuse upon racist abuse.
He turned off his Twitter, Ralph. Remember?
Exactly.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. What's it called? Cobham, talk to me, man.
Yeah. Yeah, this team. The one thing about this team is like there's no structure. No one has it just feels like Eddie says, it's a Frankenstein. It just feels like Mason Mount is good in a number 8, but because we don't have the squad to facilitate that, he has to play on the right. Like there's no like Jorginho's best was when he's under Sarri and we played a 3, but he's playing a 2, and he's not really a DM. So, and Conor Gallagher is not a DM, so that's why the midfield gets overrun very quickly, because these two guys are not suitable for this system, and we don't have the players to facilitate what Thomas Tuchel wants. But this result was
no, because I'm just.
Can you tell me what Thomas Tuchel wants?
I don't know, because my idea is that like Lukaku came into that striker's position, it doesn't work. Havertz into the striker's position, it doesn't work. So my fear is, I'm like, Aubameyang. I say, okay, wait a minute, helpful. You're saying Aubameyang. What makes you believe that Aubameyang will come and not fall under the same issues as Havertz is running into, and
Thank you.
Lukaku ran into as well.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Because this is Benzema, who Benzema can produce and conjure things by himself. Aubameyang needs somewhat of a system to say what's up. He isn't a Benzema who put him anywhere, just give him the ball to fit, he can just produce magic. So if you're getting Aubameyang, there needs to, because Aubameyang at Barcelona, you've got Pedri, you've got Busquets, you've got guys who are smart guys who can help bring you stuff into it. Chelsea doesn't have a Pedri or a Busquets or a Gavi or any of these technical guys to try to really get Aubameyang in good position. So if you're getting Aubameyang, what's the point?
No, you need more than Aubameyang. You need like a structure. Like there's no attacking structure. Like it's just the same thing as seen as on the Lampard. It's just free flowing, whatever, cross into Kai Havertz, who we all know that he's never going to score. Like
we should talk about that.
This
guy
is
as well.
moronic at this point. Like, why would you cross the ball to Kai?
Wait, no, hold on. Okay, before I go to what I say, so it was there to talk about Havertz. It's very simple. This guy, why is this guy out wide? Why is this guy forcing when it obviously doesn't work? If you watch him for Germany or for Bayer Leverkusen, he plays behind the striker. Play him as an attacking midfielder right in the center of the pitch, not as a wide attacker, not as a freaking false nine, because that is not where he played for Leverkusen or for Germany.
But the squad is disfigured in the sense that it doesn't have a proper number 9. They sold Lukaku or loaned him. Broja's injured. Batshuayi is nowhere to be seen. They haven't bought anybody yet. So the only player who you could look at and say be a number 9, unless you want to put Sterling in a false 9, is Havertz.
In these games, he hasn't really been playing
he's kind of forced to play out of position. If you look at Mount, out of position. If you look at Jorginho in a 2, out of position. If you look at Gallagher in a 2, out of, like the whole squad, even Reece James at center back and Loftus-Cheek as a wing back, all the players look like, why are you there?
Yeah, I'm hitting. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. So look at them. Comes the forward, Eminence. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Eminence. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm saying. So the second half, when he brought on Ziyech, Pulisic, and who else did he bring on? Like, what was the plan that second half? I didn't understand it. What was it? What was the plan with the formation and everything he done? He played Pulisic as an 8. Was there something like? What was the plan? I didn't get that.
Well, in the second half, he moved.
Isn't it 4-2-3-1?
Yeah.
RLC in midfield, Reece James out wide.
So he moved Loftus-Cheek from wing back to central midfield, and then when he made the substitutions, taking off Jorginho, he dropped Loftus-Cheek again even deeper. So Loftus-Cheek played in 3 different positions.
Because I saw Pulisic doing
so you could track him and kind of follow what he was up to.
I saw Pulisic doing box to box. I'm like, what's this about? Like, I didn't understand that. Like, I was so confused. Like,
okay, so let me bring you boy forward. Talk to me on forward, man. Then I'll take your dubs, guys. Forward. And forward, I find that very disrespectful. I find that picture very disrespectful. But
I mean, it's only fitting after what we had to witness today. And to be honest, what we had to witness for most of our time watching Chelsea since
talk
December,
about your club or
our club is in the mud. It's in the mud. It's
your club,
swimming
your club,
mud. Our club. Daniel, it's our club. You're involved in this as well.
I'm happy.
Listen,
wait, hold on. Before, so forward, do you take this back?
Uncle Moo, you said this. I remember.
Forward, you have to.
No, wait, hold up. I didn't say he's my favorite ever manager. I said I prefer him over Mourinho. I still said Ancelotti is my favorite manager. Again, I want to keep it on topic because Tuchel deserves a lot of criticism today, so I'm not gonna take the bait on that.
Bro.
Thank you.
No, let's focus on the hand.
Yeah, we need to focus. Listen, everybody's made some really good points. So I don't want to rehash things that have been talked about already, but we need to really dissect what Tuchel was trying to build here, because he's building a team that everybody wants to play against, not a team that nobody wants to play against. This team is terrible. And again, we can chastise personnel. I think Havertz is terrible. I've said it for a long time. I don't see what he offers. Eden Hazard needed 1 game to show what he brings to Chelsea in the Premier League. Havertz has needed 2 and a bit seasons now. We still don't know. Like, are you a generational talent or not? Are you a future Zidane or are you just a myth, bro? Like, what is it? Jorginho, again, HH, again, I'm glad that there's receipts out there. You saw how much I was pushing for us to go and get Tchouaméni for the last 90 months. You saw how important it was for me to go and get a 6. When Tchouaméni went off the table, you look at our midfield options. Kante and Jorginho entering their final year. You're going to keep both of them? How does that make any sense? Are you not going to plan for the future? Are you not going to get somebody in? Again, everybody was talking about, oh, Declan Rice this, Declan Rice that. No. No.
Mid, man.
The football that you want to play, right? Like, listen, Jorginho, when people say, oh, I don't see what Jorginho brings to the team, I disagree with that. I think it's clear what Jorginho brings when he's good. And we saw that in the Tottenham game, but we saw the best and the worst of Jorginho in that Tottenham game. You saw him make a key mistake in the first couple of minutes, which led to one of their only counter-attacks. We saw the mistake which led to their first goal. But between that, we saw him dictating the play, being able to, when we have a midfield structure that's outnumbering the opposition, we see what he brings to the team in terms of giving us ball retention, at times playing decent balls in between the lines, and again, being that metronome in the midfield. But then when you go man to man and we don't have that numerical advantage in the midfield, his legs are exposed. His ability to win duels is exposed. And when he's not partnered up with N'Golo Kante, who covers 2 players with his running, he gets exposed like mad. And yes, Gallagher has, I'm doing air quotes here, energy. He has energy. But that does not cover for what N'Golo Kante brings to this team. And when you don't have the IQ, and again, people don't like to use this when we're talking about Oibo players, I'll just say that for now. You don't like to say that when it comes to those type of players, but he clearly lacks the IQ. And again, I do feel sorry for him because he's not playing in his best position, and this system exposes all of his flaws. But when you partner him with Jorginho, you're only going to get a car crash. Mendy, again, your mistake today, indefensible, inexcusable, shocking, and it's not the first time. But that mistake is again symbolic of what Tuchel ball is. It's all about we have to keep the ball. We don't play direct, but yet we're not passing teams to death like a Man City. We're just passing for the sake of passing, and we're not penetrating anybody. And that's what is killing me with this team, because you're passing for the sake of passing, but then when we get to the final third, do we have an Eden Hazard who's going to, boom, I want to be the spark and make something happen out of nothing? No, we don't. In fact, we don't not only have an Eden Hazard, we don't have anybody who can dribble, who can take somebody on 1v1.
Exactly.
Sterling has glimpses
Talk
of that.
about Gordon. Talk about Gordon.
God forbid.
If
We don't.
Chelsea get Gordon, I am, bro. I'm finished with this.
But I mean, at the same time,
how he could have adjusted.
Is that your line in the sand, Ralph?
Gordon in the midfield interior.
Timo Werner.
You watched Werner for like 5 years. Your Gordon's the line. Okay.
Yeah, Ford.
I mean, yeah, again, not to get such but Gordon is bringing up Gordon is a good point because he's terrible. And again, what is Tuchel's philosophy to like improve the squad? You want to bring in another pressing match, another guy who's just here to run, like just put up numbers. And again, this game shows that when we don't run and we give everything for the badge and what Tuchel wants and be pressing machines, we get exposed because there's no structure there that actually helps us to beat teams that can match our energy or overpower us with energy. Like, people don't show the running stats for Man City and Liverpool when they play teams because sometimes they get outrun, but they have a clear structure that allows them to outplay teams and plays to their players' strengths. Now we come again back to Tuchel, and again, I've always said that I prefer a 4-3-3 because it suits more of the players in the team. But the structure, the formation, isn't necessarily the only issue. When people say that, oh, change the formation and things are better, I don't agree because you can still play good football with a 3-4-3, which is what it should be. But again, to Daniel's point, the way we play, it's like a 5-3-2 or whatever because we're playing with fullbacks, natural fullbacks in these wing positions. And again, when I'm looking at Man City right now, they're dominating Newcastle 1-0 up after 5 minutes. Bernardo Silva playing a ball that we just don't see in this Chelsea team because we don't have that creativity. But they're wide players. With the way that they're playing with the way that they're playing with their fullbacks inverted, their wing backs essentially when they're on the ball are Foden and Bernardo Silva, or when it's Mahrez playing or when it's Grealish playing. That's their wide players. And then their players that are in the creative roles are Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne. Whereas for us, it's Kai Havertz and Mason Mount. The difference in levels is stark. Stark. So again, I look at Tuchel, and again, I want to end on this point, and I don't know if I'm going to throw any questions or whatever, but yeah, I mean, my head's not even hot at this point. I'm just used to what I'm seeing, and I wish it would be better this season, but it doesn't look like it's going to be.
It's become
major
funny.
reinvestment.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny, but just to end on this point, like, you look at what Tuchel's trying to do again. So many square pegs in round holes. I mean, it's confusing because you look at like all the players that were bringing on, and like so even the subs right at the end, you bring on Pulisic and Ziyech, and you would think, okay, it makes sense to now change to a 4-3-3 because whether you like these players or not, Pulisic in his best period under Lampard in that lockdown period, his best form came as a left winger, like pure left winger, and he was confident things were going his way and he was performing. Ziyech, we've seen in Ajax, his best form came as a right winger on the touchline. That's his form. And yet Tuchel, after managing these players for the best part of 2 years now, you're bringing on Ziyech to play as like a number 8, like /10, like in the pocket, like in the midfield, like it's crazy. And you're bringing on Pulisic to play like as a right mid / right centre mid, like where's the logic? And then you got Mason Mount on the left wing.
But real quick, because my thing with Ziyech is this again, because it's the point that someone made. Should you blame the players or the system? Because I've always said Ziyech your crap, Ziyech your crap, Ziyech your crap. Say, wait a minute. At Ajax, when Ziyech has the ball, he has at least 3 or 4 options. So he knows that, okay, I can go short, I can go here, I can go here, I can play a 1-2 here. At Chelsea, he's only got the one option. So when I said, man, Ziyech, why do you keep on doing the same thing? Because that's the only option he has. Because it's so rigid. The only option he has is cut in and play that ball from deep. But at Ajax, there are so many different options. He can go short, he can go for a 1-2, he can go long, he can dribble through. So because there are so many guys who are advanced from midfield, giving him different ideas. So it's a lot more fluid. But if only have that one option, I'm either going to shoot or just play the same standard, cut in, play the ball across. So it comes to the manager of, you have to tell your guys that, bro, run in, go forward, give the man with the ball at least 3 options.
Yeah, but
100%. But we're not playing. Just to end on my point, but we're not playing to the strengths of these players at all. Like Ziyech, Ajax will get his head up and he has 3-4 players running in behind. Like that's his thing. I get my head up and I play that ball direct. But at Chelsea, we're not coached to do that. We had Lukaku and Werner who are running behind strikers, and we didn't play to the strengths at all. And again, for me, I'm all about having the right profile of player in the right positions. I'm not about having names and whatnot, because I grew up on that, and it was nice seeing these names on the team sheet and whatnot. But it's more about, do you have players who actually fit a role and it can bring what you need to this team? Because on the bench, we had Ampadu who could sit in as a DM. And again, you brought on wingers to then play in central positions. It doesn't make any sense. So for me, Tuchel, how are you going to fix this? How are you going to get the best out of these players? Because there's good enough players on that pitch in that squad to beat Leeds. There's good enough players there to beat Leeds, to perform better against the likes of Everton. And again, on Tottenham, I would end on this point. People say that, oh, did we play well or not? We played well. We pressed well. But if you look at all our chances created, other than the Havertz sitter, which again, that bum, you missed a big chance in that game, of course. All of our chances outside of that came from pressing high and forcing Tottenham into mistakes. Again, the Tottenham side, he weren't very good technically on the ball. Like most of our chances, if you deep it, Havertz chance in the first half, which leads to our set piece, that comes from N'Golo Kante winning it high up. The goal, Reece James' goal, that comes from Koulibaly pressing Kulusevski, and then Kante's there to win the second ball into Sterling, into Reece James' goal. Most of our chances come from just us winning the ball high up. And then, okay, it looks like we're creating chances, but are we really? We're forcing teams into mistakes to create these chances. And ultimately, until we solve the creativity issue in this team, we're going to see many more performances like today.
Yeah, I feel like Sterling's going to flop here, man. It's not looking good.
Okay, so wait, let me take some dubs before I give the mic to Eddie, man. So, Keep It Real says, fact, 4 MLS plus US college soccer products, including the manager, scored and or assisted on Chelsea. It's called soccer, HH. Respect on our name. USA. Look, shout out to Jesse Marshman. Kelvin Terryman. Tuchel, all because FIFA named Jorginho third best player and called him the best midfielder in 2021 doesn't mean you should listen to them. Hold up. There were Chelsea fans who said that Chelsea need to let go of Kante and keep Jorginho. Carefree Lewis.
Drop the brick.
Carefree Lewis. What's up?
Brick.
Carefree Lewis. What's up? That's what you said. I'm naming names. Carefree Lewis. What's up, bro? G5. No, please don't. Edwin, pop those bottles down. Complicated Chelsea. No, never. No.
There's only one condition in which it comes back, and God forbid, John Terry. God forbid.
No. No. If that happens, it will become the racial cleansing Chelsea show. That's what it'll be called. Shout out to your boy Low. Jesse Marsh taking revenge against Tuchel. Okay, all right. That's a bit. That's a bit. That's a bit.
You just click on anything, huh? You don't even pre-read them.
Okay. What was it called? Lost Shade says haters hating Sterling gonna make his debut soon. Arsenal CL winners 23-24. Mike Mignon, the last hope for Black goal. Look, he's very good. Mike Mignon is very good, but Black keepers, man. Shut up, man.
No, we got a few. We got Lafon. We got the guy at Brighton. There's a few good Black goalkeepers out there.
Brighton.
Sanchez.
Does Arloa count as black or is he mixed race?
I think he's Filipino.
He's always okay. So he's half Filipino, half black. I think.
Yeah. No, what came in him?
It's Filipino. It's Filipino. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well. Wing, get your ass back to Chelsea. Wing, don't you dare. Wing, get back to Chelsea. Chelsea fans aren't. Shameless, man.
He owe you a PS5.
Yeah, he still does. He still owe me a PS5, bro. LC, RJ is a back three merchant. Awful when it was 4-3-3. Responsible for 2 goals. Mount isn't composed enough to be a midfielder. Raheem is the arch. Very rude. Told you about Cooley. Got rinsed by Ferran, Eddie, and Aronson. Casey, focus on pulling those levers and focus on Real Sociedad tonight, please. Thank you very much, man. LC again. You look worse in a 4-3, by the way. Look at the results. Casey,
but when was the
last time we played it? A 4-3.
When has the Chelsea
played 4-3? Arsenal. We played it. We played it against who slapped? Someone slapped us at home last season at Stamford Bridge. Brentford. We played 4-3 against Brentford. But destroyed. And again,
is that the one when Ericsson scored?
Yeah, 4-1. Yeah. 4-1.
Yes. And again, this is my thing with the formation. Again, you can change formation all you want. If you play the same dead football in a 4-3-3, we'll actually be worse because there's less defenders on the pitch to cover for the mistakes of Tuchel and the team. So, got to change the way we play.
Oh, well, you can do the super chat.
Alps, bring back Lampard. He knows how to attack. Oh, screw you, man. No. Zoltan TV, man. Kante is literally holding Chelsea together like glue. Every time the smile doesn't play, Chelsea gets lubricated. Tuchel over things like Pep. Just play James right back. You see, my thing with Tuchel is, I think Ford said it. I don't know, what are you trying to do? And I said this from before. I think that Tuchel came in from Lampard and was like, oh, damn it, I have 24 hours to say what's up. Okay, back three. Oh, we won the Champions League. Okay, let's keep doing this. No. That's worked for that short period of time, and great, you got to UCL, and you actually almost lost that, which is why I said at the start, Tuchel will always do well in cup competitions. He will. Chelsea will. Tuchel is really good in cup competitions, and there are guys who are good in cups, good in leagues. Ancelotti, So, but when it comes to a league and what is required from a league, I just don't think Tuchel is it. Of like, do you have a clear, concise 38-game plan for a 38-game season like Conte did, like Mourinho did? I don't think Homeboy does, bro. Jay Jokin.
Can I just add very quickly that say Maximum just skilled 2 players, crossed the ball in, and Newcastle scored. Something that Chelsea don't have. Somebody that can
they equalized?
Yep, they equalized. I mean, it's been checked for VAR, so we'll see, but I think it's going to count. And also, Almiron scored, so shout out Jack Grealish for his slander last season.
but see, a dribbler. See, I think that's what I thought. Talk to your fan base, because that's what seems to be like a very poisonous word amongst your fan base, because they don't like dribblers. But I'm like, the whole point of a dribbler is you need someone who, in a tight position, can take that player out of position. You can't, unless you're Man City. Unless you're Man City, where you have highly technical passing players, or you're Spain, you need a combination of passing and dribbling to say what's up.
Even Man City, they got dribblers in their team. We have
no, but Ralph, but they lean more towards their excellent passing ability. Same thing with Spain. But if you're not a peak Spain or a peak Barcelona, you need at least 1 or 2 dribblers. So okay, I can't find the pass, bro. Take a man out. One ISO.
1-1.
Oh, so it's what? So
wait, what?
The goal.
Yeah, the goal was awarded. Yeah, so
Give him.
All right. Okay. Because I actually want to watch this game. Let's just go through it. So, J. Jokin, Communicated Chelsea Show is back. You're welcome to join Real Madrid.
I'm already a fan.
I'll consider. I'll consider it. Dajo, you all see the arch past the goalie in that 1v1. I was having flashbacks of Cross and Inchala from Lampard's Chelsea. Koulibaly. Look, Koulibaly, he did what he could. It is what it is, man.
Yo, what
Last
are we gonna do
Rosario.
for next game? Because Koulibaly's been like,
Oh yeah, big
Chalobah.
thing.
We're gonna put Cucurella left centre back and bring back
They're gonna buy for
Midwell
like
to stink up our
80
left side.
AJ,
You know one of the
Chelsea
few good
players
things about
get
the
goal
season so
bonuses.
far. One of the few good
No
things about the
Chelsea
season so
players.
far has been Cucurella at left wing back. Like he's actually brought something to our attack.
Yeah,
He's been
he's
like
brought
he's-
something. I like it.
passing his
So,
inside.
no, if
But you
if
know,
I'm gonna
guess
be real-
what now? Guess what? Yeah. Well, I think
Oh, no,
look, guess what now?
sorry,
Tuchel's
sorry,
gonna now
sorry.
move him to left centre back to accommodate Midwell, who's still recovering from an injury, bro. Like our left hand side is gonna be cooked now. So the one good thing about the season is gonna be ruined because Tuchel's all about his system. So
Cucurella, he looks good at left.
Can you just deep this? If you're an agent for a striker right now, you know you get goal bonuses at different clubs. I wouldn't send my client to Chelsea. He's
I
not
wouldn't.
getting goal bonuses. He's
I
not.
wouldn't, bro.
Nah, man. Last one's right. HH, don't worry. A minor bump. Y'all got the EPL trophy. Last one. Worry about Juventus, bro. LC, Rice, Mount, RJ, Connor, English Talents FC, took an L.
If
Actually,
this Rice guy comes to my club, oh man.
Anthony Gordon incoming. Anthony Gordon.
But did you hear that thing on Sky Sports where they said they were arguing for United should have spent 100 million on Declan Rice instead of 60 on Casemiro?
wait, what?
Yeah,
Wait,
bro.
wait, wait.
Saves
Guess
a
what?
gracious queen.
HH, guess where West Ham are in the league right now? Guess.
19?
Basements
Bottom.
level.
The
bottom.
Bottom.
The bottom, yeah. 20th.
No,
20,
20
below United.
because United haven't played.
Yeah.
But did West Ham lose today?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0
lost, yeah,
to
2-0.
Graham Potter.
Oh
bro.
my
Again,
gosh.
respect on my
Shout out to
boy
Brighton.
Graham Potter.
Wait, so Calvin Series says Gallagher is the British J5. Hashtag chicken run merchants. Bro, that guy, he ain't great, man.
Bro,
that
he has
boy
no
ain't great.
no tech whatsoever, man. No tech.
Shout out to boy Mikey. Born in the USA. Sterling is terrible in front of goal. Should have easily scored in the first minute.
I don't know.
And
how
Aronson
people
must
are
have
favourite
had
Sterling
3
for
Red Bulls
today,
before
bro.
a game.
You can't blame Sterling, man. That's too harsh.
No, he should have scored.
Yeah, but like
The finish he had that was offside
a-
was really good.
That was a
though.
great
it was a
finish.
good, yeah, it
bro.
was
That was a
good
great
finish.
finish.
Yeah, good finish.
Shout out to boy Patrick. Madrid can offer Mariona and Asensio to Chelsea.
Shut the hell
F no, screw you. Hell no, bro. Your boy Casey. Chelsea's strength, pace and power, but Leeds are pace and power on steroids. No, they're not. Leeds played really well. And that was what was so shocking. When I looked at Leeds, I was like, bro, like the way Jorginho was getting passed by and everything, like, bro, these guys were playing
He's
some
that
nice.
number 7 that plays for them. He's a really good dribbler, man. We like that.
So
player.
the American you
For who?
Yeah.
that one.
Oh, Adams?
Aaron something.
Or something.
Aaron.
Oh, Aronson.
Yeah,
Aronson.
He looks like he's better than Pulisic.
Bro, they had some good guys in that team, man. Science FC, man, says, I stand with the Juju, man. The coach is useless and crap.
This guy would die with his agenda, man.
Me and Smoke said, you didn't create much versus Spurs. You see, when I look back at it, I was like, oh, Chelsea. They controlled the game, but they didn't play well. And it's the point that Mourinho made. Mourinho said that's all because you have possession doesn't mean you control the game. Part of the control is, oh no, you take the ball. But how many clear-cut chances am I going to give you? So control doesn't always lead to possession, man. Miss B Nation says, even Benzema can play as midfielder at Chelsea. Bro, at this rate, anyone can, man. Daddy issues. Chelsea needs Che Adams. Pray for United tomorrow.
United might win tomorrow, you know.
Ralph.
I can see.
Ralph.
Relax.
United win
Ralph,
tomorrow.
man. Abris first says, don't worry, Chelsea got the next Verratti from Inter. Oh, shout out to you. And Abris Fair again says, my prediction, Chelsea will not get going until February. They'll be in the 5th and 6th and then sneaking at the end. Man United getting relegated to colonization. Now, look, bro, okay, look, but before we get out of here, does Tuchel see out the season?
Yeah, they're giving him a new contract.
He has to. What the hell?
They're giving him
Wait,
a new
hold on. What do you
contract.
mean by he has to?
We built our entire. Oh, hey, just come on. You can't give a guy what? How much?
Cobham, if we're in 10th, like that's a possibility. Like if we're in 10th, that's a possibility. Actually, look, but let me give the mic to Eddie before. So Eddie, man, thoughts, man.
Look, I gotta keep the same energy, man, from last week. Mendy, what the fuck was that, man? Like, nah, we gotta start from there. Like that was a shocking thing. But the biggest problem I have with Chelsea, and this was very, like, by the way, I turned off the game at about 69 minutes whenever the third goal went in. So I heard Koulibaly got a red card. That's all I remember from
Yeah.
the last game.
Yes.
I don't know what happened to it. But 4 minutes or 5 minutes before that, the biggest problem with Chelsea at the moment, Sterling on a 2-on-2. You put a through ball, Chelsea get a goal. This guy stops the ball and passes sideways. From sideways, you go back and you don't get a chance. I don't know if you remember that on the counter attack.
Yes.
Why
vaguely, yes.
is it that every time you ask these attackers a question, they pass back? That's what led to the goal.
Instructions, bro.
Thomas Tuchel.
Like,
It's the instructions, man.
I don't get this. And I understand people saying play 4-3-3. Tuchel's got to hold this one as well. He's looking
he has to
guilty
hold
here
the
as well,
most
because
smoke, man.
you're playing players out of position. That's wrong. You're just overthinking things. Okay, cool. One-off thing against Tottenham or against Real Madrid, the big games and all that kind of stuff. Cool. We understand it. It works out. Cool. But against Leeds, just play the players in the right positions, man. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. You can't do the same thing every single week. Play the players in the right positions. Look, a change of formation is not helping these players. Because what Tuchel wants to do in terms of, okay, playing possession football in the first 2/3 of the pitch, these boys don't have the technique to do it, man. Unless you had Kovacic and Kante in midfield today, you weren't doing nothing. I warned you about J5 and Gallagher. I saw this coming from when Kante got injured last week. I'm not surprised. I'm not even mad. Because I said sign De Jong last week before the game, or else you knew what was coming. So I'm not even mad at that at all. But my thing is, a change of formation is not helping these boys. We don't have any attacker that can take on the bloody player in tight spaces.
No.
Zero. All you need to do is put a defender in front of a Chelsea attacker and he's passing back.
And just close off the channels and the space. And boom.
What did these boys do?
Eddie, I have a question though. Let's say Chelsea go out and they get one. So let's say miracles happen. Neymar wants to leave PSG. Chelsea go get him.
I wouldn't advise Neymar to come.
Is a one Neymar even enough to fix all of this?
You need Rice.
You would need like 2, 3, 4.
Wait, who said Rice?
One
You know what I mean?
one Neymar is not enough, and that's why I said changing information doesn't help. Because ideally, I want to see a 4-3-3. But Chelsea don't have a DM. Let's face it. We don't have a DM, and you don't have that. You don't have a.
Stop saying Rice, man, please.
You don't have a DM, and you don't have that creative outlet in midfield. Those are two key profiles that we're missing in the team at the moment for the 4-3-3 to work. Please, Mason Mount is good, yeah, but he's not that profile of a player. He's an 8. He's your hardworking, like I said, him and Kante will have to fight for that position. You need that creative 10. I'm sorry, I gotta say, you need that Odegaard. You need that Kevin De Bruyne in the team. Someone of that kind of profile. Then you go get yourself a 6. Then we can ride. Then your attackers will eat. Right now, it's bare, man. If Neymar comes to Chelsea, I feel sorry for him. He's gonna starve.
Oh no, Eddie. I'm not saying Neymar. I'm just giving an example of like a really good dribbler. Because I think he would.
Oh my God, it's 2-1.
Oh,
Wilson.
2-1.
Yeah, 2-1, 2-1 Newcastle. 2-1 Newcastle.
HH thinks the league is done. I told you.
Wait. Okay. Oh, because actually, let me go and watch this game, man. So let me just take if actually wait, what else? Make your point.
No.
The hell? Okay. Wait, let's see. Yeah, just make a point.
No. It's fine.
Okay. Kelvin says J5 is a cheater that can't run. J5 is crap. And he's a second spy, man. Football breakdown. Let's discuss the general overrating of English players. Bro, that has always been a thing from
Wait,
jump. Bro.
okay. Are those links to Harry Maguire true?
No, it's not. No, it was
okay,
trolling.
cool.
It was trolling. Eddie,
just making.
Eddie, if it's down to me, that guy
Yo.
is stiffing the bridge.
Yo.
He's in stiffing the bridge. Kelvin Tahiro says Chelsea can sell J5 if it's on FIFA. If J5 and Gallagher are on the same sheet, then that's not a formation, it's a backing garage. As I said, bro, Tuchel deserved this loss because the arrogance of you to think that because it's Leeds and because you're away, you think that a midfield of J5 and Gallagher can hold weight. You deserve this loss because that's just beyond arrogance. Yes, Side says, when I told people that point last week was better for Tottenham and Conte than it was for Chelsea, people said I was mad. This is just typical Chelsea. Oh yeah, look, I agree, man. Like it was a case of like, I thought they played well, but again, they didn't really create the desired chances, man. Guys, Lord help us, God help us, everyone help us. All I say is this: is that thank you for ruining my excitement because I thought that if we get to Aubameyang, it would change things. But this is why I don't do this get-togethers because you've now ruined my excitement because you've now told me that even if we get Neymar, stuff is so bad and so rotten that players coming in won't change anything.
Leeds are second.
If I'm your guy, Todd B, yeah, I go get me a director of football and not give Tuchel any more money to spend.
That was quick.
Go get a director of football and not give Tuchel any money to spend because the way he's just picking. Where did Tony come from? We went from Rafinha to Tony.
Look, but let's get it. So guys, look, but let me watch this game. So guys, peace out. I will see you tonight on the hangout. Peace out. One love. Love.